trust that you're doing well, and I trust that your day, your morning, your rising is going well. Today, yes, today, I have a guest with me, the founder of Steady Hands, Steady Hands Orphanage and Children's Program, located in Uganda. But guess what? She is hailing from the small archipelago country in the Atlantic Ocean called the what? The Bahamas. Yes, she is all the way from the Bahamas. We have been friends, um, ministry, and all these different things, travel this journey together for a long time. We have separated for a while, but now the Most High, the Divine Creator, has brought her to Uganda. So I want you to welcome the princess. Yeah, she is the princess. She's married to a prince in Uganda. So Princess Mavaline Malongo. Welcome her to our channel, family. Welcome to our channel. Princess Burrows, Mavaline Malongo. Forgive me, family. That was her former maiden name, but now it is Malongo. Excuse this internet because we've been having some trouble setting up and getting this together. So I'm hopefully I will position this so we both can be in the screen and you can see both of us as we chitter chat together. I asked her a few questions about her transitioning here and different things. So welcome, Princess Malongo, to my channel. Like I said, she's the founder of Steady Hands Orphanage and Children's Program. Welcome to my channel. Say hello to the people.
Hello, greetings everyone. It's a pleasure to be here in Kenya.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Kenya, Malindi, where Apostle Shamin is. And I give the Most High God all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor, for it's a privilege to be here. It's an honor to be here and connected with her again after, this year is our 8th year. We're in the 8th year. Yes, after, because it
Yes,
was,
you haven't seen
yes,
8 years we haven't
January.
seen each other.
Yes, January 6th, 2016 was
Last
about the
time.
last time I saw her. And we were separated. Yes, I remember when the Lord told me that there would be a separation. It was a hard pill to swallow, but in the act of obedience, yes, we did the transition of separating. Now, 8 years later, the Lord has reconnected us, and I thank Him for doing that.
Yes, family. You know, here on the transitioning table, we talk about every aspect of transitioning, whether we're transitioning from being single to being married, whether we're transitioning from being Muslim to being Christian, from being Christian to our spirituality, whatever journey about transitioning is, that's what we talk about here at the transitioning table. And I'm eternally grateful. I thank the divine for allowing us to reconnect, even though we are on a separate journeys, but yet still we reconnect at a higher level now in terms of her doing the work there in Uganda. So yes, this is what we're going to talk about today. Today is all about this orphanage and this children's program she has going on in Uganda. And I'm eternally grateful. So I wanted to ask you, you're transitioning from the Bahamas to Uganda. How was that transition for you? How was the transitioning from what we know was the Western world to now coming to the promised land? That's what we could call it, because Uganda is known as the pearl of Africa.
Well, the transition for me, it was not easy. It was rough. There's a lot of hardship, a lot of rejection from different persons, such as family, children, because they say that you uprooted and going to somewhere where no family is, no connection is. But uh, as God led me, He instructed me on certain things that I needed to do, right, in terms of saving my funds. For 3 months, He gave me 3 specific months. He gave me the month of June, July, and August of that was 2023. Yes, after I came from a major surgery with my eyesight of retina surgery in Miami, Florida. When I went back home, the Lord said, save your money for 3 months. So I obeyed the Lord and I started to seek in terms of persons of whom I can stay with, that I can be able to not rent an apartment, but save my funds. So that was kind of rough, that was hard. But then the Lord opened up a door in that was Mastic Point, Andres, where I stayed with a pastor and his auntie, his family, and I began to save the money. The Lord even blocked the way that I couldn't get any of my funds for 2 months. The month of June and the month of July, there was no um, the bank, the teller machine was broken down. The electricity on the island was on and off. So it was difficult for me to get funds, but the Lord kept me in the midst of that. So you were able to save the funds to be able to now get to, yes, to Uganda. Yes. And so now, in terms of living in the Bahamas versus living in Uganda, because how long have you been there in Uganda now? Okay, I've been in Uganda for the past 1 year and 5 months now. Okay. 1 year and 5 months. Excellent. Yes. And so now, in terms of the living adjustments, in terms of how life is in the Bahamas and how life is now in Uganda, how have you made those adjustments? Well, at first it was kind of a little bumpy because I had to adjust to learn how to use the squatting toilet. I learned how to eat the food. Some of the food is similar to the food in the Bahamas, but the preparation of the food is totally different. So my digestive system was not adjusting because I had to use the bathroom, use the toilet often, just about every day. Like everything I eat, I pass down. Everything I eat, I pass down. Yeah. So I had to learn how to fast a lot and readjust my system in order that when I take the food, it could subside and sit. So and digest. So transitioning in terms of food was not easy. No, it was not easy. It was not easy at all. It was some of the food even now I still can't really eat, but some of them I still try to eat it and try to train my stomach, my digestive system like that. But I've learned to change my eating habits. With my husband, I learned how to, because I have eye condition called diabetical retina, where, like I say, the retina was the top, and I have the cataracts, and I can't see writings at all. But I can see my surface. And my husband is the one who has to prepare all the food and make sure we have our meals and everything, and make sure I know where to step, how to step up and how to step down, and so forth and so forth. but the transition was not easy, but because of God and putting him into my life has made it a little bit easier for me.
So the food wasn't, you're still making the adjustments with the food.
Yes, I'm
In terms
still
of the environment now,
Right.
the living condition to compare Uganda and your living condition there
right.
and the living condition in the Bahamas. What's the difference there?
Well, living in the Bahamas is totally different from Uganda. Uganda is like three in one. It has the city, it has the town, and then it has the villages. Now, when I go into the village, I have to make a major adjustment because that's where the mosquito attacks you the most. So then I end up trying not to get bite from the mosquitoes because I always get the malaria disease. And then I'm allergic to rainwater. Oh,
Allergic to
my goodness.
rainwater?
Yes, I can't use the rainwater to bath. I cannot use the rainwater to drink. I cannot even wash my clothing in the rainwater. Nothing in rainwater, especially when I go into the.
How is that? How is it that you can't use rainwater?
Well, the rainwater, when I drink it, it makes me sick, right? And then when I bath with it, it gives me a allergic reaction, especially on my back.
So you know what that is telling me? That's telling me now that maybe the rainwater isn't natural. Maybe it has that, what you call it, a chemtrail, chemicals inside of it. Because I know back in the day when we used rainwater is supposed to be the most purest water to drink. So for you to be having reaction like that, it now is exposing the rainwater having chemicals inside of it.
Right.
That's something new. Wow.
Yeah. So anything in rainwater, I can't have. So that's my challenge with the village, the environment of the village, whether it's a stone building or I remember going on a mission trip and I had to stay into one of the thatch houses. The grass thatch houses is very cold and moist. The moisture is too much. So I have to protect myself so I wouldn't get the cold or the flu and so forth and so forth. My immune system is very low was very low when it comes to that. And then with the town is very nice. It's not too bad. It's always cool. Uganda is a place that is always cool. Sometimes, even when it's hot, you can still go outside and feel the gentle breeze.
Wow.
Like now here in Kenya is very hot, but in Uganda it's very cool. And then in the city where I live, I make sure I find my apartment that has a sitting toilet, so I wouldn't have to squat.
It's squatty potty.
The squatting, but we had the squatting toilets in the Bahamas, but they were not outside, but we didn't know what they were at that time. But it's the same thing, but only one thing. With Uganda, they have them on the inside.
In the house.
On the inside of the house. Or they might have a house on the outside with the squatty toilet, like a round little thing down there. But in our country, in the Bahamas, they had them up high, like on a higher level.
You build a little wooden thing.
Right, a wooden thing, and you just sit on there. I remember my auntie having one of those. My auntie used to live like that. But Uganda is a different atmosphere altogether. It's so beautiful. It's so the people are so warm, welcoming. They love me. I never had a problem with people in terms of starting the orphanage program for the children.
We'll get to the orphanage program.
Okay.
You want to know about the environment?
Okay, the environment is beautiful. It's very nice, and I love it. I don't think I would ever trade it for anything or any place else in the world.
You're adjusting pretty.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty good.
adjusting. Even in terms of my hair, I had a problem with my hair growth. And since I came, my hair has grown, my locks has grown back, and I made a promise and a promise to God that I would not put no more scissors in my hair.
No more razor to the locks.
No more razor to the locks. Just continue it, growing it naturally, just natural, just washing it and treating it, but making sure that it's nicely grown at all times. But
Very good.
Uganda is very beautiful. I'm loving it. I love my mother-in-law. I love my family-in-law. I mean, they just accept me. And when I was sick by my mother-in-law, that was the end of 2023. I got sick, and she was the one who took care of me and making sure I had my malaria. She can't speak English, but the one English that she spoke was when I take medication, I have a problem of swallowing the tablets. So she was like, she put the glass in my mouth. She was like, drink, drink, drink. So that's the only English she spoke. She said drink because she wanted me to drink the tablet so I can get better before her son came back to collect me.
Okay, so you end up with malaria inside Uganda.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So I wanna really, my main purpose of inviting you to my channel is to talk about the orphanage and the children's program so that people could know that, hey, there is somebody that is doing a work. I know somebody that's legitimately work helping children in the country of Uganda, in Ginger to be precise, in the Ginger region of Uganda to be precise. She's doing her work there. And so this is what we really want to, I want to talk about. I want the people to hear and know that about the work that you're doing in terms of she's transitioned from the Bahamas, now in Uganda, living, married, and now she's doing a work outside of the ministerial work. I want to talk, I don't want the children's program. So tell us what it is you're doing in terms of the children's program and the orphanage.
Okay. Oh, I pray I don't cry on this one because the children's program is is a dream come true for me. Now, when I say it's a dream come true, my dream and my passion for helping children, taking care of children, especially babies and toddlers, is a dream come true. And my father has led me in a direction that I never thought would come true for me.
Fulfilling purpose.
So my babies, I call them my babies. They are. I started off with the younger babies from 0 months, right? And from 0 months to 5 years old. I started that on last year, July. Last year, July, we opened up Steady Hands Orphanage Children's Program in Ginger City on Wanyama Road at my apartment. I started off with 50 children, 50 of them. I had about 7 workers. So when school closed that August, I said to the Lord, because the babies were coming like sick, very, very sickly. I had a baby died. The baby came to school that Friday, and she was crying a lot. So I took the baby from the caregiver and I put her in my bed, and I bath her, change her pampers, I dress up really nice, smell really beautiful. And then when her I think her sister came for her, I told him, I said, please, I said, don't bring her back. Please take her to the doctor. She's very ill. I said, I don't want her anything to happen to her to the school. Please don't bring her back on Monday. Take her to the doctor. So they took her to the doctor that Saturday. That Sunday, she was still ill. But that Monday morning, early that Monday morning, about 3 a.m., she passed away. Wow. Because she didn't have the malaria. She had meningitis. Not meningitis. She had another disease that kills children. That kills children, and that broke my heart. And I said, God, I don't want babies to come to the school. I would take care of them another way, a different way of taking care of the baby. But the Lord said, don't cut them out completely. Start with the one with 1.5 to the 5-year-old. Okay. So now we have in Steady Hands, and we moved the program to a district called Denina, where the children are, they don't have to travel as far to Wanyama Road, because from Denina to Wanyama Road is very far. It's like about half an hour to 45 minutes for them to get to school. So I rent now a duplex apartment in Denina, where I have the children from 1.5 year old to 2.5 year old in one section, and on the other section I have the 3 year old to 5 year old, and we have the caregiver for the children that are 1.5 to 2.5, and then we have the teacher on the other side, where she's also occupying the building with her children, her family. They're in Dindina. So you have what you call it, somebody that is there. Yes, living on the premises. Yes, I have a living teacher living there, and plus a living help where she cleans the buildings and she cooks the food for the children. They have right now they're having tea and whatever. If they have mandas, or if they have chapati, they bring that, and then they have the tea with that in the morning. So with your program, the children are being fed. Yes, yeah. Yes, okay. They're also being fed. The parents don't have to worry about children having food, or guardians, I should say. No, not having to worry about food and stuff like that. So how is it in terms of donation, in terms of you getting supplies for these children? Because I know your situation. You're just living off of your little disability pension from. Yes. Yeah. So in terms of donations, well, I must say there are no donations at this time. I'm making appeals for donations, but I haven't got any as yet. So I use my they call it inability. I use my inability funds that comes to me every month to pay the house rent, pay off both rents for the school and the home, and pay off the workers, and pay off, make sure the children have their food every month. Every month I buy between 25 to 50 kilos of portia, so that they can have their porridge in the morning time, or their portia, what we call portia, with beans, or portia with veggies that they fix for the children. What they call portia inside Uganda, we call ugali here in Kenya. Okay. So that's how we feed them twice a day. We make sure they have their meals twice a day. We give them their books and pencils, what we call the educational funds. We had one donor so far for that, but they had to stop because they said that it was a lot of problems coming through the U.S. with those supplies. But
Supplies.
yeah, so we purchased the books and pencils and stuff right there in Uganda, at a book station right there, and then we're trying to see if we can make a commitment to help those children who really can't get uniforms to get uniforms, especially for the new coming semester, which is the month of May. It's a new semester coming up in May, and we're trying to get the uniforms for the children so that they can have uniforms and know that they are going to a real educational institution in their young baby lives.
Yeah, okay, so
Yes.
so the program is where, so how many students you have now? You went from 50 to how many now?
We have about 30 students now
Okay.
because the babies are not there. So we have 30. All of them came back. All of them, we closed the school that August, and we open up in February of this year. And the children were home waiting on us. The parents didn't let them go to any other school. They just kept them there until I opened up and took the school in Denina, which is a closer area for them to come to school.
So the
Yes.
other thing is this. So you're hearing, hi family, once again, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with the Princess Malongo, who's the founder of Steady Hands Orphanage and Children's Program. Right now, the children don't sleep on the
No, they don't.
grounds. They just come to school to be educated, to be taken care of during the day.
Yes.
Because that's the children's program aspect of it. The orphanage, the full orphanage aspect of it is not completely up and running. But with that, she's completely feeding them 2 meals a day. And they're not paying, this is not a paid school, this is not a paid program. This is something that she herself is funding, you see? And so I am just eternally grateful to be able to invite her here to my channel. The other question is, as we wind this interview down, do you have, how can people contact you? Do you have an email? Do you have, I know she said she doesn't have PayPal, but she has an email. You have what else? Facebook?
Yes.
So you have a telephone number, so that's WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay. So I would encourage you to give us your Facebook. What's your Facebook?
Okay. My Facebook name is Madeline Louise. Madeline Louise, and then it has Apostle in bracket.
And then your email, you have an email address that people can reach out and email you?
Yes, I have Marva Burrows. That's MARVABURROWS 74@gmail.com. That's my email, and that comes directly to my phone.
Your phone number for WhatsApp,
And my phone number,
if you want to put it.
my
like this.
telephone contact, yes, is plus 750 326371.
Yes.
Yes, that's my telephone contact. And then you can contact me on Messenger. Yes, you can contact me on
Or
Messenger
WhatsApp.
or WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yes.
So family, I would encourage you, because I know that she is doing this work. It is not, she's telling me this work, and the work is not being done, but she is doing this work. You could go on her Facebook page and you could see some of the things that she's doing there on Facebook. I think her husband sometimes uploads some of the videos and stuff like that, the pictures and stuff like that on her Facebook. And if you want to be, I would say use the word, if you want to donate to her, she doesn't have PayPal, but I have PayPal, and I definitely, if you reach out to me, I would definitely get the funding to her. It is needed. It is a great work being done in terms of dealing with the children. It is a great work being done, and those who know me, know also from this channel that I do a lot of work here also in Kenya in terms of orphanage and stuff like that. So I believe in the work that she's doing there and helping the less fortunate is a good place to um, give a donation to. You know, my email. My email is ladyshameen.roberts@gmail.com. My PayPal is PayPal me/Shameen Roberts. So we can always make donations and help, whereas we could buy supplies, buy food that she's feeding these children twice a day, 5 days a week or seven. How they come Monday to Friday?
Yes, they come Monday to Friday. They come from 6 a.m. in the morning
Wow.
to 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Greetings, greetings, greetings to all. And so there you have it. So please, I encourage you, however you can, be a blessing on however you can donate in terms of book supplies. School is getting ready to close very soon.
Yes, school is closing. They're getting ready to take exam. Preferably when I go back, their exams might be finished.
So school
And then
closes
we
in
have a
April.
school close in April, and they open up the last week in May.
Okay, so you have between now and May to send a donation. Let me tell you something. Little goes much. As little as $5 a month
Right.
goes far. $10 a month goes far. $20 a month goes very far. Don't think your little donation doesn't go far. It really does because it adds up. If 10 people send $5, you see what that is? 10 people sending $5, that's what? 50, that's $50. You know how many people you can feed? You can feed the whole school for a month. You see? So let's donate, let's give, let's take care of these children, let's take care of these that we say in the Bahamas, let's take care of these little darlings. You understand? Let's be let's do what we can do to help somebody else. And that's all. So don't think your little $5. I only get no, that goes a long way. That goes a very long way. And so I am thankful. Thank you so much, Princess Malongo, for coming and being on my channel, for sharing with us what she's doing there in Uganda, what she's doing in terms of the children, and also her transition from the Bahamas to Uganda. Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And it's a privilege having you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I wasn't expecting this. I thought I'd just come in to rest, but the Most High, He know what is in plan for us, because He said He order our step, and He makes the plans for us, plans of good and not evil, plans to give us an expecting end. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be connected to you again, and I know that we will have a great expecting end as we continue to do the work what God has intended for us to do here on earth. So I say, to God be all the glory.
Great. Okay. So yes, family, you hear from the princess. It's always a blessing. It's always an encouragement to come and share with you. This channel is all about transitioning. This channel is all about helping. You all know I've always been about helping in this channel. I've always given, even out of my own need and out of my own time here inside Kenya. There's a children's home also that I help here called Shadow Mountains Children's Home. So let us try our best to share, give, donate to Steady Hands Orphanage and Children's Program in Uganda. Blessings be unto all of you, and until next time, and in between time, let us be gentle with ourselves, because we are a journey, and let us live life on purpose, with purpose, for purpose. Much love, family.
Shalom. Amen.